Welcome back to another preview video. The last preview video of pre-season as Chelsea face Inter Milan in Enzo Maresca's first game in charge at Stamford Bridge. And if I'm not mistaken, I haven't done too much in the way of research for this, as all my efforts have gone into that opening segment. Am I confused? It is, of course, I am. Wait, is it? It's Napa. Jesus, I'm all over the place. Literally, do not care about this game at all. I just want it to be next Sunday now because Chelsea face Man City. We're all good to go. And as the opening segment gave away, I mean, it's not a done deal just yet. It's not a done deal yet, boys and girls. But by God, am I excited at the prospect that Raheem Sterling could now very soon, be leaving Chelsea Football Club. There's very little in the way of wins these days as Chelsea fans. You can call me negative all you want, but there's one thing that is a possible positive to the beginning of this season, and that is Raheem Sterling. Raheem the Dream! Going away, because let's be honest, he's had his time. His time never came. Even then, when he's had very, very fleeting moments at the club. This is not a hate on Raheem Sterling, although I will confirm I just don't like him at Chelsea. It's not for me. And believe me, this is from a man that was very, very excited at the prospect of Raheem Sterling coming to Chelsea when he was at Manchester City. It just, however, hasn't worked out. He infuriates me more than most men on that side. Maybe Mikhail Mudryk is a close second rather. But when it comes to annoyance, when it comes to frustration, when it comes to just do something different, son, it's Raheem Sterling. Moving on to the game briefly that we have against Inter Milan tomorrow at 3 p.m. or today at 3 p.m. or yesterday at 3 p.m. It depends where you're watching this video, of course. Chelsea take on Inter Milan at Stamford Bridge. As I said, Inter Milan coming to this game having lost their most recent game against Al Ittihad, with Diaby scoring their 2 goals. Karim Benzema was playing, Fabinho was playing, Aouar was playing, and I think that's about it. Rakovic in goal, and then they got a draw against Pisa, a win against Las Palmas, they got a win against Pergolesi, and a win against Lugano. Well, do I know much in the way of what's going on with Inter Milan these days? Not so much. I know that Thuram is an absolute bastard. Obviously, they have Lautaro Martinez. I'm not sure if he is likely to play against Chelsea tomorrow. That will have to be, that remains to be seen. Of course, we know the likes of, your Inter Milan side. Coming into this game, I've taken the pre-season a little bit more serious than I think I should. I'll admit that. I'll put my hands up. But again, I want to reiterate, I was concerned. I am concerned. I'm a little bit shaky, so to speak, when it comes to what we look like on the pitch. I'm also very, very concerned at the fact that we have as many players as we do. I think we've got now 40, maybe even more than 40 squad players, meaning players in general. We have over 40 players. And yes, I saw that the likes of not Raheem Sterling, Trevor Chalobah, Lukaku, I think Gallagher's done now, isn't it? But there's quite a few players that are surplus to requirements from what we've seen today via reports, pretty much everywhere. With that said, it's still going to take a hell of a lot of players to make up for the amount of players we have. We've seen it before. We've seen it time and time again over the last couple of seasons, that too many players cause issues. You know, training, the dressing room overflowing, not enough man-on-man mentorship from the manager or the head coach, whatever you want to call him. It's just not a good environment for especially young players who are wanting to learn. You've brought these players in to help them learn, and it's just not a good environment for players. Again, we have bought so many young players. It is absolutely ridiculous to think that we are going to be able to train these players and mentor these players and grow these players to the state that we want them to be in order to compete for Champions League. Because guess what? Again, this time next Sunday when we got Man City, we're starting the season for a second season in a row with no front of shirt sponsorship. It's an absolute fucking shambles, if you ask me. But when asked, or when, you know, the information that's been given out is that Chelsea want or are seeking short-term front of shirt sponsors before we get a long-term one once we are back in the Champions League. But that's assuming we can get back into the Champions. I don't know what's going on with this one little fucking bit of hair every single month. But yeah, it remains to be seen what we can expect from this game. Hopefully we can end on a high. People are still going to spew out the same shit that it's only pre-season, so we'll have to wait and see, won't we? All at the same time, I would say we've got Cucurella back, we've got Palmer back, we've got a few other players back into the main squad. So we might see some outings from the bigger names, the names that we haven't seen from in pre-season in the US. I'm excited to see what Cole Palmer can bring to this squad once again. I'm excited to see what Cucurella can bring to the squad now that he's had a triumphant outing in the Euros. Jealous I am not. With that said, let me know what your thoughts are on this game. Let me know your thoughts on what's going on with Raheem Sterling. Obviously, Pedro Neto in could possibly mean Raheem Sterling out. There aren't many things in the way of details. So it is fresh off the press. It's DiMarzio or whatever his name is. So take it with a pinch of salt. But as well, I got excited at that beginning part. Did you not? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Please like the video, subscribe, hit the bell notification to be notified of any future content on the channel. My name is Harry at the Chelsea. It's nearly the start of the season. And peace. I'm so tired already. Jesus.